Guys, it's BigSoprano. Jamal dropped an interesting comment. He said, "What would a Big Soprano game look like?" And that is a great idea, honestly. If only I had enough money to pay a small time developer to develop this game. But let's brainstorm some ideas before I pitch the idea to some indie developer. So there were some ideas that were actually brainstormed in the comment section, and it's actually very interesting. You see, F5203 said energy drinks will restore either HP or MP, and a vape is his sidekick. Is my sidekick kick. It'll give the main character different powers depending on the flavor of liquid. Blueberry allows him to have a higher attack stat. The bosses will either be a big dark ball of depression, a bed, or a huge bud of cannabis. And that's just genius. Like, instead of like a mushroom or whatever, and I want this game to be 3D, okay? But like, instead of like a mushroom, I know there's no mushrooms in 3D Mario games or whatever. But instead of like a mushroom from like a question mark block, it'd be like an energy drink or a vape. And I think that would be really funny. And there's all sorts of flavors, so they'll each do different things. So that would be very interesting. And I do love the blueberry. Well, actually, I like blue raspberry. I'm more of a blue raspberry guy than a blueberry guy. I read that as blue raspberry. But for the energy drink, the blue raspberry one would like give me a specific type of power or whatever, and that would be really cool. And then YN in the comment section said the final boss is his dad, and that is just absolutely genius. Even though I'm on good terms with my dad these days, I've probably had the worst experiences with him other than my mom. Like, like my mom probably had the worst experience with him, but I probably had like other than my mom, I've had the worst experience with him, and he has really affected my life, in the past. So facing him off in a final battle would be really interesting, and maybe the game will be photorealistic, and I'll send the developer a photo of my dad, and I get to fight him as a final boss, and then this game could release on Steam. That would be fire. I hope Nario is in it. I probably would get sued by Nintendo, but if Nario was in it, he'd be like a rival character. He has to keep me in check so I don't unleash my own Nario side. And there could be two endings. There could be the normal ending or the Nario ending. And the Nario ending is where I turn my back on everyone and I become evil and do bad things. So this game will have like a good route and a bad route, and I think it would be very interesting if Nario was in it. But I don't know if there's a way to legally like distinguish him from Mario. I'd do whatever I could do to have Nario in the game, because he's not exactly Mario, to say the least. So a Big Soprano video game would be very interesting. Maybe there's like 5 worlds and 5 exes, and I call all my exes when in reality they're just girls I pursued, because it's really funny. I honestly find it really funny to call girls you never dated exes. I don't know if that's like stupid or not, but like I personally think it's funny, and just you can't let them know of it, because like these girls were a big part of my life. So what else am I supposed to call them? A situationship? I think a situationship is too technical and depends on the circumstances. So it's easier to just call them my ex. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that would be a very interesting game. And to generate money, you gotta run a YouTube channel. That would be pretty cool. But like I'm thinking of like a Mario 64 like game, like like an indie game based off Mario 64. I don't know why, I can't help it, but I'm just imagining a Big Soprano game being like Mario 64, and I have no idea why. Like, that's just how I'm visualizing it, in my head. Because, you know, Mario 64 is the most standard 3D Mario to ever exist. And I mean that in a good way. It's iconic as fuck, you know? And it'd be really cool. Maybe the chain shot would be a regular dog. And, barking does damage. Because I don't like dogs because they bark. And it's really... It doesn't necessarily scare me, but it just annoys me. So maybe there will be, like, an annoy meter. And, you have to maintain your annoyance meter before you go full Nario mode and start fucking everybody up. You get what I'm saying? That would be really cool. But, I don't know, man. I don't think I'll be able to go on an adventure like that in the Big Soprano video game. Because my meds don't make me want to do anything. So maybe if I was better situated and didn't have meds that made me so fucking lazy, it would be believable if I went on some sort of adventure in a video game, you know, but as of right now, it's not very believable, honestly. Anyways, today's comment of the day is from Blicky. He said, my friend is named Yoshi. He said he loves your content. We both love what you're doing. Keep it up. Well, thank you, Blicky and Yoshi, for liking my content. I always get comments that's like, me and my friend like your videos. And I'm hoping that you guys like watch them together in like you stream it to each other like on screen share on like Discord or something, because like honestly there's probably like a lot to bond about over the stuff I talk about. Like I feel like there's a lot of relatability when it comes to my content, but I feel like there's also some humor, you know, like I blend the serious topics and humor, and some things could just come out of left field and just leave you dying. But I don't know, that's just my perspective. I have no idea what it's like to watch my videos. I've done it before, actually. Sometimes sometimes I catch myself watching my own videos before I even export them. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was entertaining. If you're a developer, hit me up so we could create the Big Soprano video game.